Didn't get going fast enough that time. Hey, Matt here with Mob Street. Again, I'm with my TW. And today's video comes from some comments that were made in my comparison video that I did between my 2019 and my friend's 2003 TW. In that video, I had said, hey, one of the things that I don't like about the new models is that they don't come with a kickstart. And Yamaha stopped doing that, or stopped adding those to the TW in about 2001, I think was the last year of the Kickstart. You know, I said, well, I wish I had a Kickstart, you know, because it's a little bit more reliable that way. And in the comments from that video, a bunch of people said, well, why don't you just find a hill and push start it? And I just sat there thinking, well, yeah, no kidding, why don't I just push start it? I used to do that to my 1982 Toyota Celica. Used to do that to my 77 Chevy pickup. Why not do that with the TW200? It's not fuel injected, it's carbureted, and so I'm going to put it to the test. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect my battery completely and show you whether or not it is possible to push start the TW200. And if it is, what do you need the kickstart for? One thing to remember when you do push start a vehicle, push start a bike, whatever it is, it's recommended that you put it into second gear, because if you're down in first gear, you're going to get a hard lurch, and it's a little bit harder to push start in that way. But in second gear, it's a little bit more of a smooth transition, and that means less wear and tear on your clutch and your transmission. So anyways, enough talk. I'm going to disconnect the battery. Let's get started. Okay, so going to get our two bolts out from underneath our seat there. And pop our seat off of here. Okay, now we are going to disconnect our negative. We will disconnect our positive. No battery connection whatsoever. All right, showing you the battery is disconnected. Here, positive battery lead. Here, nope, sorry, right here, negative lead. So I'm putting both of those out of the way. So let's go push start it, or what we used to call bump start it, and see what happens. I'm out here in my pasture, and you can't really tell by the video, but it's got a nice little downhill grade. So what I'm gonna do, the bike has not been started all day. Just got home from work. So I'm gonna pull my choke completely out, and hopefully it'll start on me. Now when I get going, if it does start, you hurry and you pull in the clutch and you give it a little bit of throttle to keep it going. So here goes test number one. Make sure my key is on, my choke is open, and here we go. Ready? Woo! First try. That was cool. So, started out in second gear and it fired right up. But as you can see, once I stopped, it died. My choke is on, the bike is cold, but you can push start your TW200 even when there's no battery hooked up. So no battery life whatsoever. Your T-Dub is still reliable and it'll still get you home. No battery hookup. Your electrical still works. Brake lights are good. Tail lights are good. Headlight not as bright, but it'll still get you home. Alright, we are back. The battery is reconnected and the bike fires right up. Make sure I'm in neutral. Just fine. So, I learned today that you can push start a TW200, and the great thing was this bike was cold. I hadn't started it all day long, pulled out the choke and ran it down the hill, flipped it up into second gear, and it started right up. So if you are in a bind, then you can push start your TW. You know, if the battery goes and you're out on the trail or whatever, just find you somewhere where you can push start a little bit, and that the rear tire is going to have grip, because if you don't have grip, it won't spin, which in turn, you know, does everything internally that it needs to do. So make sure you've got some grip, and you're good. You can head on home. So I ran without the battery. I don't recommend doing this on a normal basis. This was just for test purposes only, and it proved that it worked. So I'm extremely happy. I don't need a Kickstarter on this bike anymore, and there you go. I mean, it just solidifies the simplicity of this little TW200. And one of the great reasons to have it is the simplicity. You know, no frills, no gimmicks, no fancy stuff on here that's going to go wrong on you. Just a good, reliable, durable bike that has been in the making for 32 years. Well, the 2020s are out now, so 33 years. And you can't go wrong with it. You know, it's a great little starter bike. It's fun for all ages and all rider experience levels. So, anyways, I hope you found this video informative. If you like it, please hit like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. And, yeah, I had fun doing this one. I've got more coming up. So, again, I'm Matt. This is my TW200. This is Mob Street. And thanks for watching.